Hey, this is Nick in Warsaw, and I just want to show you my new juicer and how I do my juicing. This is the MSO09 model MPM Juicer, very similar to the Omega juicer that I have back home. I actually got this one just a few weeks ago. I don't know if I could get an Omega here, but I'm sure it'd be very expensive, but this one is actually almost the exact same design. It's not quite the same fit and finish and quality, but there are a few things that I like about it better actually compared to the Omega. Either way, juicing is a healthy way to get your nutrition. I got the idea for the Omega and then this one from Mike at danger&play.com, so thanks for that, Mike. So this is just a short little video. I'm going to show you how this thing works, pretty much just like the Omega, and going to be juicing some bell peppers and apples and spinach and lemon and grapefruit and orange, and got some ginger here too. I'm going to make a separate juice with some beets and a few of these other things. That'll be separate just for before I go to the gym. Alright, so let me show you how this thing works. So like I said, the MPM juicer is a lot like the Omega juicer that you guys can get back in the US. It has a container here for juice, a container here for the pulp. You drop the things you want to juice into this tube here, and you have this thing to push them down and grind it out. This is different from other juicers where it spins really fast with the blades and chops things up. It's a slow juicer that uses this auger, this mechanism that slowly juices the vegetables and fruit, and that leaves a lot more nutrition in the fruit and vegetables because it doesn't generate a lot of heat when you're using it. This one has a delayed start function, so I'm going to hit the button. It's going to beep, and then it'll start moving. You want to start your juicing with something soft. So in this case, I'm putting some bell pepper in there. That way it gets some moisture going, and it doesn't put too much pressure on the mechanism right off the beginning. Then you can go for things that are a little bit thicker, like apples and then carrots, which are probably the thickest things to juice. I usually like to mix it up, so I'll alternate the fruits that I put in. I'll put in an apple, I'll put in a bell pepper, and I'll put spinach in between that. The other types of juicers can't really handle spinach well. They just chop it up and they don't get a lot of juice out. But this auger actually gets a lot of juice out of spinach and other leafy greens. It's really important to get those leafy green vegetables in your diet, so one of my favorites is spinach. So I'm alternating here, throw a little ginger in there, and you can see the pulp comes out in these little tube shapes. And once that fills up, then I stop the juicer, I dump the pulp out, and I continue juicing. So I've got this this thing right here full of vegetables and fruit. That'll usually make about a full juice container. I'm not sure exactly how many ounces that is, but it's probably like 20 ounces of juice. And the thing with juice too is that it's best to consume it within about 48 hours. That's what I've read. It'll probably go longer if you have it in a sealed container, but I think it's best within 48 to 72 hours, so 2 to 3 days. I'll usually drink about 8 to 10 ounces in a day. I've just gotten back into it, so I'm starting lower with the amount of juice that I'm consuming, and then you can work your way up as your body tolerance goes up. Because if your body isn't used to this highly concentrated juice, then it could just be too much and you're going to be going to the bathroom a lot. So better to start small and then work your way up. Mix in different fruits that you like and just see what flavors you like. mentioning Mike over at Danger and Play again. He has a great ebook trilogy, you could say, that just came out. I don't have the exact name for it. I know his other website is Fit Juice, but I highly recommend you check that out. So go to dangerandplay.com or fitjuice.com. I hope I'm not getting that wrong, but Mike at Danger and Play, and you'll find all his juicing ebooks. So you can see things are going pretty well here. I'm mixing in the items, alternating them. And I think, not to bore you too much, I'll just finish off this batch and then you can see what the end product looks like. One more thing I'll mention is that I like the MPM juicer compared to the Omega because it has an oval feeding tube, so it's easier to put pieces of fruit and vegetable in there. You don't have to make it a perfect fit for the circular tube in the Omega juicer, so that's one thing I like about it more than the Omega. Alright, so I'm going to finish this off and we'll come back with the finished product. Alright, so here we have the finished product. Here's all the pulp that came out. I didn't quite line these things up, so a little juice spilled out there. And then here is the juice. This thing has this separator that's supposed to like separate the foam out. I haven't really found it to work that well, but whatever. So you can see there's a good amount of juice here. I'm going to pour that into a couple separate containers. And then, like I mentioned, the tube here is, you have this oval shape, so it's easier to put stuff in there. Another tip is when you're using the leafy greens, it's better to alternate like spinach with carrots, because sometimes they get clogged up in here, the spinach, so the carrots help push it through. And let me just run the mechanism so you can see it up close. You can see the auger, it goes there, it grinds stuff out right here. I'll just throw one of these in there. You can see it grinded out there. There goes the pulp. It also has a reverse function, so if you ever get jammed, you just turn it off and then you hit reverse, and actually you have to hold it down. And that'll back anything up to help you unclog it if something happens to it. Cleaning is pretty easy. You press this button and this whole assembly comes off like that, and it just comes out. So that's pretty easy. You twist this off and you take the parts apart. I mentioned Mike at dangerandplay.com. There's his website, and these are the 3 ebooks that he's selling on juicing, so I highly recommend those. I've got them here, so you have juicing for athletes, juicing for men, and juice power. So I'll probably do a more in-depth review of these sometime in the future, but just so you guys know, check that out. And of course, check out my website, patientambition.com, all about my life here in Warsaw. Alright, so why don't I just take this thing off and show you how to take this apart. You can see this. It's probably going to drip a little bit. So basically, you take that off, you twist this thing off, and then you remove the screen and the auger. So there's your auger. And the nice thing is that it also comes with this this brush, so you can use the brush to clean it. Just reminded myself I gotta juice that too, but just wanted to show you what the innards of this thing look like. And if you like this video, hit like and share it. Let me know if you have any comments. And once again, this is the MPM MSO-09 juicer. I bought it here in Warsaw, Poland for about 150 bucks. That's how much it was in Polish, the Polish currency. And I spent another 15 bucks for a 4-year warranty, so for at least 4 years this thing's going to be good to go. I got it at Saturn. It's like the Polish Best Buy, So you could probably find it online if you can't find it in a store and you're living here in Poland or in Eastern Europe. Alright, that's all for now. And I am going to do some more juicing and then clean this shit up. Thanks for watching.